Let me make the distinction or the delineation. I'm a foundational Black American. My mama Black, my daddy Black. I did not come from any place other than here. I don't go to Jamaica and speak on what's happening in the grill. I do not go to Ghana and speak what's happening in Ghana. I do not go to Nigeria and talk about what's happening in Lagos because it's none of my business. It is not my place. When you come over here from the Caribbean, from Africa, from South America, whichever type of Black that you are, you get an immigrant experience. You do not have 400 years of chattel slavery hanging over your head. You do not know anything about Jim Crow, and you do not understand what is happening to us directly. You catch a little bit of an incident here and there because you look like us. So I'm gonna need everybody who's not a foundational Black American to stay the hell out of my conversation, understand it's not your place, and realize that we have...
Who has the better culture?
Here we go.
Who has the better dancing? Who has the better music? Who has the better food? Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families? Where have you made the most memories? Where do you currently live?
Of course.
Where would you rather spend the rest of your life?
Look, you're supposed to feel like your culture is the best. But to live in the USA, take your ass back home. It gets to a point. I was trying to slow walk it, but it gets to a point. Why do people bring their funky asses over here to talk down on American culture? It doesn't make any sense. And ultimately, she's talking down on Black Americans because she ain't comparing herself to white America. And then to get up here and say the culture is better, they got the better music, the better dancing. I cannot name one global phenomenon from South Africa. I just can't. And they love to pop it in my comment section. I know they're going to get up here and talk all and pop it. They pop it real bad. Don't nobody give a damn. The proof is in the pudding. I can't. How come y'all didn't produce a Michael Jackson? Where is y'all's Beyonce? I'm confusion. The food is better. Everything is better. But yet you're over here. But everything is better there. Because if Johnny had 5 apples, the math don't ever math. Y'all flee. Y'all flee, and y'all flee some more, and y'all flee again, and then come and talk shit about the place that y'all flee to. Y'all risk y'all lives. Y'all pay y'all money. Y'all sell y'all kids. Y'all leave y'all families behind, kids included, to come here. Is it a sickness? What is it? Anyways, you supposed to feel like you all that in a bag of chips because I feel like Ain't none of these countries got shit on America, period. Especially Black America. Okay. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. What y'all think about this? Does it make sense to be in another country saying that your homeland is better? Like, take your ass home. Go back. Bye.
Who has the better culture?
Here we go.
Who has the better dancing? Who has the better music? Who has the better food? Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families? Where have you made the most memories? Where do you currently live?
Of course.
Where would you rather spend the rest of your life?
Look, you're supposed to feel like your culture is the best.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to see how FBI sends strong message to all immigrants. This is what they think, and I think let's watch this video. The credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
I have a genuine question, right? I see a lot of Black Americans that are like, yay, excited about the TPS ending, send the Haitians back. My question is why? Why are you guys so adamant about sending them back? What have they done to you guys that you feel like send them back? I did hear some of the takes on TikTok that, you know, a lot of them in Florida voted for Trump. But I need to say, right, the majority of Haitians have family back home, and they would love for their family back home to come to the United States. And what kind of group do you think that falls under? Democrats. So majority of Haitians will not vote for Trump, right? Will not vote Republican because they are looking for, you know, betterness for their family to come here. So if we do have a few Haitians that were born here in America, that's Americanized, okay, that believes in the Republican dream, Of course they're gonna vote that way. That's because they have no family back home. They can care less for back home. But I will honestly tell you, the majority of them will vote for whatever fits their family. Whatever works for them is what they will vote for. So we can't crucify a whole country because of 5-10% of them that voted for Trump. Now let's talk about black men when it came to that voting. Let's talk about black men when it comes to Kamala Harris. Where were they at? We willing to throw things at other people, but we can't even sweep our own backyard? Is that what we're doing? So Haitians, go home Haitians, because you voted for Trump and we try to tell you you voted for Trump. But black men, it's okay, you made a mistake. Next time, just don't vote for Republican. Like, we have to understand sometimes we cannot crucify other people that's looking for a better life. These people, they actually have nothing. They have nothing, right? They have nothing. And why don't they have nothing? America, France, everybody else that, you know, that does what they need to do when it comes to these little countries. Oh, send them back home, send them back home. But these white folks, whenever they're done working, where they go to retire? In Haiti. They go buy these nice, pretty neighborhoods and say, oh, I want to retire next to the beach. I want to retire here. I want to retire there. They have lands. They have everything. You know, the only people that doesn't have a problem flying to Haiti right now? White folks. Haiti's on a level 4. But every single day, you see them in Labadie all day long. So can we not, like, do that? Can we change how we are as as people? Because let me tell you something. When you walk into a room, they're black, you're black. Before they can find out your nationality or what country, little island you came from, you're going to be 6 feet under. And after they'll be like, oh, this Haitian guy was blah, 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 blah. Oh, this black American guy did blah, 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 blah. So we need to understand sometimes, why do we hate other people? For no apparent reason. Zero.
I don't even know where to begin. Wow. Yeah, this type of behavior needs to be studied. It really does. Temporary, keyword being temporary, protected status ended. That's it. It ended, right? It had plenty of extensions, right? And folks could have gotten green cards or got the paperwork going. It didn't happen. It is what it is, right? And secondly, just for the record, you guys keep on blaming the United States for the corruption and the instability and just, horrible, deplorable conditions in your country. You keep on talking about how the United States stole gold from you. But your beef is with France, because Haiti had borrowed a significant amount from American banks and German banks. Y'all don't talk about Germany, though. You always talk about us. And with the instability that you guys had over there, I think you had 6 presidents in like 4 years, the U.S. acted to secure those assets that could have been looted or mismanaged, and to fulfill the international debt obligation that you guys had. You can't blame us for the destabilization of a region that was already destabilized. The only reason that financial safeguard even happened is because y'all were out of control. And you guys kind of still are. So I don't understand that part of it. Y'all's beef is with France, the ones who had y'all taking loans out to pay for your freedom, basically, the freedom tax that you guys had to pay. Stop with the whole United States had something to do with it. And you use that one little talking point. Nobody wants to talk about the billions of dollars that we send in aid. Nobody wants to talk about that. You guys only want to try to find excuses. I see a lady like this asking a question. I feel like it's disingenuous. And she skates over the issues. She skates over everything. And then got the gall to turn around and blame black American men because you guys believe that we're a voting Democrat bloc or something. Like, we are not a monolith, and black Americans are waking up. So that's bullshit. I don't like the guilt trips that you guys try to do. You sit back and you purport all of these talking points and assumptions about us as a people group, and you're completely wrong. And then you land the plane with 2 very stereotypical talking points. If we looked like you're going to be 6 feet under. We look the same. People don't know what we... Shut up with that. That is the stupidest thing. And they know who the hell we are over here. We're not the same. You know who we are. And you know you're not us. But you keep on pushing this flat blackness that we're the same. That's bullshit, right? Okay? Knock that shit off. And then finally you center the whitey men You know who can come to Haiti? White T. Your beloved white T man. Y'all keep centering that white T boy. Y'all pedestalize him. You use that as your benchmark? We've been smacking him, putting belt to ass forever. Okay? He's tired of us. We resist. We don't run. We don't flee to another country and then blame that. And then, yeah, why would you even flee to a country you don't like? So many things. I just, protect y'all's energy. That's all I had to say.
You have Africans in here today talking about expressions of slavery. Slavery in America happened to us, Black Americans, not them. In fact, the Africans of today don't even associate themselves with Black Americans. They don't even associate themselves with us. In their little minds, they think they're superior to us. So for them to come over here and think that they should be getting some type of rights and in the conversation of slavery, it's a straight up insult. Now what you all are trying to do is bring them in on this immigration jump. That's what y'all trying to do. You're trying to bring them in on this immigration jump when you know doggone well the conversation of slavery is not behind Black immigrants of today. It's behind Black Americans. And you all have yet to address that issue. And you, Sanchez, Rodriguez Sanchez, you won't even give me the dignity of talking about the hate crime bill for Black people that I was trying to get going. And you're gonna have the audacity to try to bring them in here and try to front like you trying to do something for Black people. They're not Black Americans. But we're not gonna waste our time in here. The real fight is gonna be taking place federally. So whatever y'all think y'all gonna do today, it's just a matter of time. It's gonna get
Hey guys, actually, as many people asking themselves like what caused this, why actually Black America don't want immigrant, or they don't want to relate with them, they don't want, especially Black immigrant. I'm saying like African immigrant, I'm saying like many people in the comments saying like why do you guys actually don't want African immigrant? And I saw people replying saying like, because we welcome you to our country, and instead of appreciating us, you actually try to look down on us, you disrespecting us and everything, and you are enjoying this life thanks to us, thanks to our ancestors who fought, who have like, wow. I was like, this is true. Imagine welcoming someone in your house and they disrespect you, they turn like, whoo, I will be pissed too. So I understand what they're saying. I understand why they don't want to associate with them. I understand why they're telling them like, we don't care about you, like we are this, you are that, because that's what people who come in show them. That's what people who come in show them. You show them like you don't want them around. You act like they're not, like you're not safe around them and everything. So what did you expect in return? You expect them to love you anyways? That's not how it works. Actually, my message today to all Black immigrant, like let's say, or African immigrant, say like, if you want love, if you want something, just give that in turn. Just give an example. Like you want them to come to your store, to do things in your store, to buy for you, to do the hair there, to love you. But do you do the same? That's a question I think everyone should be asking themselves. Because even in normal life, if you're asking some people to love you, you need to love them first. You need to treat them good first. You need to go in the business first. Guys, this is intense. Let's keep watching.
Somebody put in one of my comment sections addressing FBA, saying that sometime soon America is going to be thermonuclear bombed, and us FBAs, or as he put it, you FBAs, or whatever you guys call yourselves, that's how he addressed it, are not going to have anywhere to go. Nobody's going to take you in as refugees, and you guys are going to be on your own, and you guys are going to be looking for somewhere to go, and nobody's going to take you in, and just so giddy with excitement, right? And it just amazes me the amount of hate that people can have for a group that has done absolutely nothing to them. A group that has not affected their life at all. A group that doesn't, essentially really has nothing to do with them, doesn't affect them. The only thing that we do is try to focus on ourselves, and that pisses them off to the point where they want to see harm, physical, unaliving harm happen to us. How many videos have we seen of this? I might have played this other clip for y'all of this other like African chick that's sitting in her car talking ish about Iran coming to get the Iran people gonna go get you.
Because the Iran people is coming for you. They're coming for you. I know how the Iran people do things over there. They will come for you. And you cannot come to Africa. You cannot run here. We have too many people here or too many things going on here. We cannot have you here too. You know, we in education is bigger. It's bigger in this country. What? So,
you know, typical babbling buffoonery that we have been seeing for these last couple of years coming from these folks, right? And you want to see harm come to a group of people that has done nothing to you. Ain't did nothing to you, don't affect your life at all. But you so pissed off that we say, oh, well, we not African, we not from Africa. We tell it like it is. We show pride in ourselves. We want to focus on ourselves. We delineate. We not putting nobody else above us or before us. And that pisses people off to the point where they just want to see harm. You see how giddy with excitement she was about Iran doing something to America and it affecting FBAs and saying, oh, well, you guys won't be able to come to Africa. You guys can't see. Don't come over here looking for us, honey. We wasn't going to come over there. Trust me, if something happened, some bomb or whatever come over here, I will gladly be buried right underneath this soil, but I ain't going over there, okay? And I mean that. I mean that. So whatever you think is going to happen, you think somebody going to come running over there, no, that's fine. They can bury me in the soil, and I'll just be reincarnated into another body because that's how it works. I'm not worried about it. But so it just baffles and amazes me how people just hate a group so much that ain't got no smoke for the people that's actually doing harm to them. Won't talk about none of this shit that's going on in their nations, but they want to see harm come to us. That's the level of envy and jealousy. Jealousy and envy are deadly emotions. If you wasn't already aware of that.
I have made the decision that I'm just blocking people who only have criticism for Black Americans and foundational Black Americans. And I'm going to clarify this a final time by what I mean. When I say Black American, I mean my descendants were enslaved Africans. And in the 400 plus years that we have been in this country, we have created our own unique culture and we are our own unique ethnicity. African Americans, a moniker that the collective had adopted for many generations, really is not accurate in describing us. That's why I call myself Black American, and proudly so. And let me also say this. There are no diaspora wars. This is a term that has been disseminated by Pan-Africanists and many African immigrants because in their denigration. It's a diaspora war. I'm so tired of FBAs and Black Americans spewing white supremacist talking points. Excuse me, but who is the oppressor demographic? Because we Black Americans, in my opinion, have been far too welcoming in the past. And we have done nothing to not only African immigrants, but every other group who has members who have problems with us. Yet we constantly see videos being made by African immigrants and others who are telling Black Americans that they hate us, that we're lazy, that we're stupid, that we don't know where we're from, that we have no culture, as they try to cosplay us and exploit us. I'm tired of it. I had to block one mutual from making a video talking about, I'm tired about the FBA movement and spewing white supremacy. You're tired of FBAs and Black Americans spewing white supremacy, where you have all these videos from these African immigrants who are spewing all of this propaganda that they were indoctrinated with by the folk who colonized them. And these folk have no smoke for these individuals who are constantly talking about how we Black Americans are horrible. And they're trying to rewrite history saying that they built America. And the reality is that they fled their homelands that are still in disarray and in chaos. And they refuse to talk about that. But they are obsessed with Black Americans who, again, are not the oppressors. Yeah, so I've made up my mind. I am blocking folk who do that, who criticize Black Americans and accuse us of waging a diaspora war. There's not a war being waged. We, again, are just not tolerating disrespect. We're proud of our unique heritage and culture that everyone copies, but then turns around and says that we don't have one. Everyone gets to be proud of where they're originally from. I'm Somali American. I'm Haitian. I'm Ghanaian. I'm Kenyan. I'm South African. I'm Jamaican. But you Black Americans, oh my God, how dare you delineate? You don't know where you're from. And we have to hear all that bullshit all day long, every day, especially on this app. Nope. Anybody else who criticizes Black Americans for being proud of our unique heritage and community, automatic block.
Actually, this is what's happening, and I really hope many people get to educate themselves more about the story, get to educate themselves more about all of this, the Black America history, because I really feel like they're fed up. They're fed up on how people come into their country and try to disrespect them. You will feel the same. If you put yourself in their shoes, you will understand. You will feel the same. Imagine, I always give you an example, like welcoming someone in your car, in your house, and they start treating you bad. How will you feel? I will feel horrible. I feel so pissed and angry. I don't know. If I can be able, I will kick you even, I don't know. This is insane. This is crazy. Yeah, guys, I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think in today's episode. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. I will see you next one as always. Bye.